everybody, my name is Alison. I'm the Programs, Outreach, and Youth Services Manager here at Monterey County Free Libraries. Thank you for joining me today for an episode of Book Browse, the program where we bring the books to you. We know that browsing is particularly difficult when you can't get your hands on the books, so this program is designed to give you a feel for some of our titles so that you have an idea of what you might want to put on hold and pick up at your branch's curbside hours. So how this is going to work is I am going to read you the summary of a number of titles that are selected at random, and then when I'm done, you can visit our website www.emcfl.org and place a hold on any of these titles. Our first title today is Anxious People by Fredrik Backman, and this came out in September of last year, 2020. The summary is, looking at real estate isn't usually a life or death situation, but an apartment open house becomes just that when a failed bank robber bursts in and takes a group of strangers hostage. The captives include a recently retired couple who relentlessly hunt down fixer-uppers to avoid the painful truth that they can't fix their own marriage. There's a wealthy bank director who has been too busy to care about anyone else, and a young couple who are about to have their first child but can't seem to agree on anything, from where they want to live to how they met in the first place. Add to the mix an 87-year-old woman who has lived long enough not to be afraid of someone waving a gun in her face, a flustered but still ready to make a deal real estate agent, and a mystery man who has locked himself in the apartment's only bathroom, and you've got the worst group of hostages in the world. Each of them carries a lifetime of grievances, hurts, secrets, and passions that are ready to boil over. None of them is entirely who they appear to be, and all of them, the bank robber included, desperately crave some sort of rescue. As the authorities and the media surround the premises, these reluctant allies will reveal surprising truths about themselves and set in motion a chain of events so unexpected that even they can hardly explain what happens next. Rich with Fredrik Backman's pitch-perfect dialogue and an unparalleled understanding of human nature, Anxious People is an ingeniously constructed story about the enduring power of friendship, forgiveness, and hope, the things that save us even in the most anxious times. Our next title today, which came out February 2nd of this year, 2021, and is a current Reese Witherspoon book club pick, is The Sanatorium by Sarah Pearse. Half hidden by forest and overshadowed by threatening peaks, Les Sommets has always been a sinister place. Long plagued by troubling rumors, the former abandoned sanitarium has since been renovated into a 5-star minimalist hotel. An imposing isolated getaway spot high up in the Swiss Alps is the last place Ellen Warner wants to be. But Ellen's taken time off from her job as a detective, so when her estranged brother Isaac and his fiancée Lori invite her to celebrate their engagement at the hotel, Ellen really has no reason not to accept. Arriving in the midst of a threatening storm, Ellen immediately feels on edge. There's something about the hotel that makes her nervous. And when they wake the following morning to discover Lori is missing, Ellen must trust her instincts if they hope to find her. With the storm closing off all access to the hotel, the longer Lori stays missing, the more the remaining guests start to panic. Ellen is under pressure to find Lori, but no one has realized yet that another woman has gone missing, and she's the only one who could have warned them just how much danger they are all in. I have that book on hold myself right now. It sounds really exciting. Our next title today is The Midnight Library, and this came out in September of 2020, and it's by Haig. Somewhere out beyond the edge of the universe, there is a library that contains an infinite number of books, each one the story of another reality. One tells the story of your life as it is, along with another book for the other life you could have lived if you made a different choice at any point in your life. While we all wonder how our lives might have been, what if you had the chance to go to the library and see for yourself? Would any of these other lives truly be better? In The Midnight Library, Haig's enchanting new novel, Nora Seed finds herself faced with this decision. Faced with the possibility of changing her life for a new one, following a different career, undoing old breakups, realizing her dreams of becoming a glaciologist, she must search within herself as she travels through the Midnight Library to decide what is truly fulfilling in life and what makes it worth living in the first place. Our next title today is The Splendid and the Vile, a saga of Churchill, family, and defiance during the Blitz, and this is by Erik Larson. This is nonfiction. And the summary is, on Winston Churchill's first day as Prime Minister, Adolf Hitler invaded Holland and Belgium, Poland and Czechoslovakia had already fallen, and the Dunkirk evacuation was just 2 weeks away. For the next 12 months, Hitler would wage a relentless bombing campaign, killing 45,000 Britons. It was up to Churchill to hold his country together and persuade President Franklin Roosevelt that Britain was a worthy ally and willing to fight to the end. In The Splendid and the Vile, Erik Larson shows in cinematic detail how Churchill taught the British people the art of being fearless. It is a story of political brinkmanship, but it's also an intimate domestic drama set against the backdrop of Churchill's prime ministerial country home, Chequers, his wartime retreat, Ditchley, where he and his entourage go when the moon is brightest and the bombing threat is highest, and of course 10 Downing Street in London. Drawing on diaries, original archival documents, and once secret intelligence reports, some released only recently, Larson provides a new lens on London's darkest year through the day-to-day experience of Churchill and his family, his wife Clementine, their youngest daughter Mary, who chafes against her parents' wartime protectiveness, their son Randolph, and his beautiful, unhappy wife Pamela, Pamela's illicit lover, a dashing American emissary, and the advisors in Churchill's secret circle, to whom he turns in the hardest moments. The Splendid and the Vile takes readers out of today's political dysfunction and back to a time of true leadership when, in the face of unrelenting horror, Churchill's eloquence, courage, and perseverance bound a country and a family together. And our last title today came out February 2nd of this year, 2021, and it is The Four Winds by Kristin Hannah. From the #1 best-selling author of The Nightingale and The Great Alone comes a powerful American epic about love and heroism and hope, set during the Great Depression, a time when the country was in crisis and at war with itself, when millions were out of work and even the land seemed to have turned against them. My land tells its story if you listen, the story of our family. Texas, 1921, a time of abundance. The Great War is over, the bounty of the land is plentiful, and America is on the brink of a new and optimistic era. But for Elsa Wolcott, deemed too old to marry in a time when marriage is a woman's only option, the future seems bleak. Until the night she meets Rafe Martinelli and decides to change the direction of her life. With her reputation in ruin, there is only one respectable choice: marriage to a man she barely knows. By 1934, the world has changed. Millions are out of work and drought has devastated the Great Plains. Farmers are fighting to keep their land and their livelihoods as crops fail and water dries up and the earth cracks open. Dust storms roll relentlessly across the plains. Everything on the Martinelli farm is dying, including Elsa's tenuous marriage. Each day is a desperate battle against nature and a fight to keep her children alive. In this uncertain and perilous time, Elsa, like so many of her neighbors, must make an agonizing choice: fight for the land she loves, or leave it behind and go west to California in search of a better life for her family. The Four Winds is a rich, sweeping novel that stunningly brings to life the Great Depression and the people who lived through it, the harsh realities that divided us as a nation, and the enduring battle between the haves and have-nots. A testament to hope, resilience, and the strength of the human spirit to survive adversity, The Four Winds is an indelible portrait of America and the American dream, as seen through the eyes of one indomitable woman whose courage and sacrifice will come to define a generation. Those are the titles for today. Like I said, they are all picked at random. I hope that you found something that strikes your interest, and I hope that you'll check out a future episode of Book Browse. Again, if you want to place any of these titles on hold or any other title on hold, please visit our website, www.emcfl.org, or you can call our phone line at 831-883-7555, and a member of staff will be happy to help you. I hope that you all have a great day, and happy reading!